Yo, ladies and gentlemen, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long ass time. How y'all been? This is my second video of the night. I hope everybody's doing very well. You know, job's going well. The new job, I should say, going well. The move went well. Thank God it's over, bro. Shit. You know, I'm still putting everything together, but I got the studio up right after I did the bed. You know, it was bed, then studio, in that order. Now I gotta take care of the kitchen, just everything else. Now, we're moving into the Darrell Brooks saga, I should say, and we're going over a forensic expert. So they're going to go over the vehicle mainly. Prosecution starts off with this, and it's pretty interesting. Brooks ends up kind of getting the jury kicked out, as he usually does. So stay tuned for that because it gets crazy. And I'm going to cut it right when when the jury gets kicked out, because it's a whole argument that y'all need to check the fuck out. It's looking pretty interesting. It's an intense day in court for Mr. Brooks and Miss Darrow. Judge Darrow, I should say. But anyways, people, I don't have nothing to get to drink or nothing because I just moved. But you guys get the things you guys need. Relax, vibe out with me. Let's get straight into this thing.
First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and then spell each.
My name is Chris, C-H-R-I-S, Johnson, J-O-H-N-S-O-N.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
How are you employed, sir?
I'm employed as the Chief of the Office of Crime Scene Response for the Division of Forensic Sciences, Wisconsin State Crime Laboratories.
What is your educational background and training, briefly?
I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in molecular biology from Marquette University. I started my career approximately 16 years ago in the DNA analysis unit as a forensic scientist. As a forensic scientist, I went through an extensive training program to be a DNA analyst, and I've carried many positions since then.
And as chief of the crime response unit, what are your duties and responsibilities?
You know, one thing I noticed is that law enforcement witnesses in particular, you go over the Bradley Yon case, you go through the Darrell Brooks case, you go through Ronnie O'Neill, I think had law enforcement that went up there also. I watch a lot of cases, but I think he had a situation like that too. All the time, every time the law enforcement responds, they're going to look at the jury and respond, hey, yeah, you know, trust me, I'm your good old community cop, you know, here to help. Look into my eyes and feel trust and safety, you know. Like, what is with that, bro? I know you're supposed to address the jury, but every time you mean to tell me you're going to get that little twist in your seat and be like, hey, yeah, I'm a trustworthy guy, you know, I protect the community. This is what I think about this situation, and you should send this bad man to jail. Now, obviously, they should send this dumbass to jail, but I'm just saying the eye contact is a little much for me. You know what I mean?
My duties are twofold. I have an administrative aspect and a technical aspect. The administrative aspect is to oversee and monitor all operations or all aspects of the crime scene response program operations. My technical aspects come into play when I receive calls from law enforcement to respond to scenes to provide technical assistance. My primary duty as the technical aspect is to preserve the integrity of the evidence at crime scenes. This is done through proper examination, recognition, documentation, and collection of physical items of evidence. Furthermore, another technical aspect I have is to write confidential reports of findings, and this basically summarizes any examinations and processing techniques that are used on scene and is a summary of the findings from those techniques. Lastly, I testify in court when needed.
Damn, okay. So bro's not even the cop. I thought he was a cop. He's the guy who breaks this shit down. They call him, you know? It's like they call Batman. They call the forensics guy. That's what the FBI does, apparently, or the state police. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that sounds like a pretty ill job, man. Pretty cool job. If you don't have any issues with, you know, trauma from seeing dead people and shit, it sounds like an interesting job.
Is there a set procedure you follow when you are asked to respond to a crime scene?
Yes.
What is that, please?
Objection leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
If law enforcement is at the scene and would like the crime lab crime scene response team to respond, they simply call the lab that's in their jurisdiction, and basically the call will get routed to me and I'll dispatch a team to the scene.
And on November 21 of 2021, was the crime scene response unit asked to respond to an incident in the city of Waukesha, county of Waukesha, state of Wisconsin?
Yes.
They did.
What was the nature of the call?
The nature of the call was to respond to an address on Maple Street to begin processing a vehicle that was abandoned in the driveway of that residence.
Were you given any limited information as to the significance of the vehicle?
Yes, it was reported to me that the vehicle was more than likely involved in running through the Waukesha Christmas parade.
Were you aware that it was reported pedestrians had been struck during the event?
Yes, that was reported.
I knew Brooks was going to object. I almost said objection leading when the time came to say it. But I was like, nah, he might grow up. He never grows up, bro. You kidding me? The second he could say objection, and leading is his go-to. Like, not a single thing has been led this far, bro. What are you talking about? Objection leading. I feel like leading is when you're putting words into someone's mouth. It's not clarifying. Like, get real, dog.
Objection is noted. I'll allow it as it is foundational. The witness may answer.
Yes.
Now, when I think of a crime scene, I typically think of a place or a location. Does your unit also cover processing of a vehicle like this?
Yes, in this
Overruled. You may answer.
in this particular circumstance or situation, the vehicle itself can be considered a crime scene in and of itself.
And in your years with the crime lab, do you have prior experience processing motor vehicles that were suspected to have been involved in fatal collisions with pedestrians?
Objection leading.
Overruled. Foundational. The witness may answer.
Yes, I've processed several vehicles related to that.
Okay. Did you personally respond to the address at 338 Maple?
Yes, I was one of two people.
Okay, cool. I just paused it for the people who said, yeah, you pause too much. Oh, you pause and talk too much. So I'll just pause and look at you. How you doing? All y'all who say I pause too much, hey. How you guys doing? Okay, let's continue.
People responding.
Who else responded?
Julie Avila.
And does Julie work with you?
She does.
What's her task or primary responsibility?
Objection leading.
Overruled. Foundational. The witness may answer.
For this particular scene, I was what is called the team leader, so I'm in charge of all aspects of processing the scene. Julie was a crime scene response photographer, so she was tasked with appropriate documentation via photographs.
Okay. Do you recall about what time it was when you arrived on scene?
I arrived on scene approximately at 8:15 p.m. on 11/21/21.
So keep in mind, they're treating this whole car as a crime scene. That's the reason I feel like they had it in that room all blocked off. They don't want to lose evidence. They don't want to lose DNA, hair follicles, who all could have been in the car. Because, they have to rule out someone else being in the car. They have to rule out him not being in the driver's seat, certain things like that. So that's why I feel like everybody knew it was him, right? It's his fault. He did it. Everybody's pointing. He did it. But in order for the state to really slam dunk this shit, get those 7 life sentences, they needed to make sure, because lo and behold, he gets away with that shit because of a technicality. You have to shut down the whole Waukesha court. Just shut them down. Fire all the lawyers, now the lawyers could stay. Fire all the judges though, all the prosecutors. So somebody needs to get fired if they let him off on a technicality. So I'm glad they were able to cross all their T's, dot all their I's, and paint the full story. And boy, I tell you, they painted a full ass story.
And I'd like to show you a series of photographs, and I'm going to have multiple sets of photographs to go through with you. This is the first set, and the set contains 4 or 5 pictures. So they're going to show up on your screen first, sir, and I'm going to ask you to identify these photographs, and then we'll work backwards and present them to the jury with the court's permission, okay?
Okay.
We recognize this picture.
All right, Mr. Johnson, 67 you testified was an overview photograph?
Yeah, that's an overall photograph of the.
Leading.
Overruled, they're now being shown to the jury. It's proper, it's foundational as well. Go ahead.
Yes, this is a overall photograph showing the location of the vehicle, but specifically also showing the front end damage of the vehicle.
All right. Next, 93.
Damn. I don't think we've seen this picture before. That shit is fucked up. Even the carburetor, thingy, whatever the fuck is underneath the Ford symbol, the compressor. Damn, I forgot what it was called. Even that's tilted backwards. He completely shitted on this car. Completely. And to be real, surprisingly for his type of family, it looked like it was in good condition before that. You know? But leave it to Brooks to go fuck shit up.
A close-up.
Overruled, go ahead.
A close-up of the damage that has been sustained on the front hood area, bumper area of the red Ford Escape.
Next is 68.
Objection.
Overruled.
He's not even
Mid-range
objecting. I like how you're supposed to object and then, you know, give your grounds, your reasons. He doesn't even do that no more. And you know what's funny is Judge Darrell doesn't even care to listen for the reason. She's just like, objection. Well, I guess it's overruled. You don't want to tell me nothing more? Objection to what? How? When? He's just objecting to object.
Photograph showing the damage, front end damage, specifically from a reference point of the front passenger corner of the vehicle.
I observe on the bottom of that photograph there appears to be some liquid substance on the ground. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, I
Objection.
do.
Leading.
Overruled, foundational. The witness may answer.
Do you remember seeing that substance that night?
Yes.
Were you able to tell what it was?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled, based upon his training and experience, he may answer.
Not specifically what type of fluid it is, but some kind of engine compartment fluid.
From this vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like antifreeze.
Number 102, please.
Damn.
Mid-range.
Headband over there, just chilling, hanging out. You know, just hanging out on the windowsill. You didn't think to hop out and maybe grab the headband with the woman's DNA all over it off your shit? I guess you're in that much of a hole, it doesn't matter. But damn, bro. Headband just chilling. Sock in the windshield. Truck fucked up.
Of the driver front quarter panel, also showing what I describe as a white headband.
You know what's funny is I thought this white headband just now, earlier in the last picture, I thought that was just a circle around the mirror. And I was like, what's wrong with the mirror? I don't see it. What's going on with the mirror? No, the whole circle is the evidence. It's a damn headband. Like, what the fuck?
On the broken driver door mirror.
Is that illuminated in some fashion?
Objection.
Yes.
Leading.
Overruled, the witness may answer. Just a reminder to wait until I fully rule on the objection before you answer.
I apologize. Yes.
How was it illuminated?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
It has white LEDs that are within the cloth and they're blinking on and off.
Okay. And then last would be 103.
Objection.
Please
Speculative.
describe. Oh, I'm sorry. He objected.
Overruled. Go ahead.
An overall from the further into the driveway showing the back end, the rear end of the red Ford Escape.
All right.
Well, at least we know he wasn't backing into anybody because that bumper is perfect. Imagine he ran through the crowd and started backing through people. That shit would be crazy. I think, you know what's funny is, I think when the cop shot at him, he got really scared. I think that's when he started going into beast mode in the back of the houses and started fucking up his Explorer. Because at first he's just running over people, right? Woo, we're having a good time, you know, we're running over people, we're doing this. It's exhilarating. All of a sudden, bop, bop, bop. You know, a couple shots ring through your fucking car. All the shots are hitting your car. You may stop having a little bit of fun. You may go into panic mode. And I think that's how he really fucked this thing up in the back of all these neighbors' yards and shit. He was terrified. He was terrified to see the police again because he knew they were probably going to try to shoot him.
Now, after these photographs were collected on Maple Street, did there come a time where you planned to move the vehicle?
Yes. Part of the process in arriving at a scene, there are 3 steps. There's a scene approach, scene assessment, and a scene processing strategy. So the scene approach starts with the moment I receive a call and start thinking about what evidence might be present, just knowing the limited facts or the limited information that I have during the call. When I arrive on scene, I do a scene assessment. So I did a walkthrough of this particular vehicle, around it, and including the property. Determined from that what my processing strategy would be. So going back to answer the question, my thought and my processing strategy this particular night was to collect anything that would be fragile in nature off of the vehicle and then get it transported to a more environmentally friendly secured facility to continue processing in the subsequent days.
Was that for your comfort or for some scientific reason?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Overruled. The witness may answer. Darrell is trolling the shit out of Brooks. You guys might not be realizing it, but she's making fun of this grown ass man. I almost call him a kid because he acts like one, but I almost said she's making fun of this kid. He's a grown ass man, folks. Sad but true.
Was that for your comfort or for some scientific reason?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
It was very cold that night, so it was difficult to process. It was very windy, but it was for a purely scientific standpoint of doing the necessary steps of collecting whatever I needed and I deemed fragile. Collect that stuff, and then let's get it into an enclosed trailer and transport to a secure facility that's nearby.
So what items, if you recall, did you remove that you had deemed fragile?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
There were first some items that were in the yard of this particular residence, some examination gloves, and a winter hat that was in the backyard. So those items were collected. Of particular interest on the vehicle was the headband that was around the driver door mirror that was broken. So that was important to collect because during transport, that most likely would have fallen off. So that's what I'm talking about, fragile evidence.
Okay. So that item was removed?
Correct.
What about the front bumper? We saw that laying on the driveway. Was that secured in some fashion?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes, to make transport easy, the bumper would have had to be lifted up with bungee cords and resecured. Otherwise, as the tow company is moving the vehicle, the bumper would just continue to go underneath the vehicle, further damaging or maybe even eliminating or getting rid of physical evidence that might be on that bumper.
So were you the person that secured that front bumper?
I was there and I assisted with the tow company.
Okay. Where'd you take it?
So it was taken from this residence and it was taken to Waukesha County Sheriff's Office secured facility.
Is that nearby here in Waukesha?
Yes.
Okay. Ask Madam Clerk if you could turn off the display, please, and I'm going to present to the witness only another series of photographs, starting with 105.
Go ahead. Do you know how many?
8.
Sequential?
Yes, 105 through 112.
Thank you.
Objection. Relevancy.
Is he the one that's tapping his pin on the table? Hold on.
Sequential? Go ahead. Do you know how many?
8.
Sequential?
Yes, 105 through 112.
Thank you.
Objection. Relevancy.
Well, I
Bro,
haven't-
sometimes you just want to poke his glossy eyes out, bro. The sound of him screaming in pain would be so hilarious. Just funny. You know, it would just be funny to everybody. Bro is an asshole. It's crazy, bro. It's zero, like... I guess this is his time. You know, if you think about it in his head, you know, this is the last time society is ever going to see him, right? So might as well give him a good hoorah, you know?
seen them yet, so I'll have to wait, but you can put them up and then I'll make a ruling.
I think we're ready on our end. We're just waiting for Madam Clerk.
Oh, sorry. I'll leave it alone. You hit it. We just mixed each other twice.
Damn.
So in this photograph, sir, is the, what's the condition of the front bumper, please?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled, foundational. The witness may answer.
The front bumper is...
Yo, he keeps tapping that pin. He is praying to God that it annoys somebody. I swear, it would be hard for me to keep my composure, bro. There would be a foot in his cheek at some point. Me as a security guard, or even better yet, I would have came up behind him and went, bah, thumped that shit right out of his finger, let it fly over to the front of the judge. Now what you gonna do? Bitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cry about it. Like, for real, I would have been on some straight bully time with him, with his shit. Over here, trying his ass off to get a response. He'll get it too. He'll receive one in a second.
Secured in somewhat should be its original position with those bungee cords that we previously talked about.
Okay. Next, 106, please. Please describe.
Overall photograph, the front driver's quarter panel, including showing the hood damage.
Was there an effort by you to try and match the pieces of the bumper to the frame of the body, or is that just the way it came together?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. Go ahead. You may answer.
At this time, I was not trying to physically match anything together. It was just for the purpose of securing it for transport.
Okay. What is the position of the driver's side window in this photograph, sir?
The window is down.
Is that the way you found it?
Yes.
Objection.
Overruled. The witness may answer. He responded to the scene where the vehicle was located and can testify based upon his knowledge.
107, please. Please describe.
Yeah, I mean, he properly should describe. He properly fucked that shit up. That's pretty much it. That is crazy. Look at this car. You could tell, actually, it wasn't in great position because there's tie straps all around it. Apparently, those were already there. So, it's looking janky, folks.
An overall photograph from the point view of the front passenger side of the vehicle.
Next, 108.
Objection.
He broke the shit out of that mirror.
Please describe.
An overview of the front of the vehicle, including the front passenger quarter panel and the front passenger door.
What position was the front passenger window in?
Down.
Is that the way you found it?
Yes.
Okay. 109. Please describe.
An overall photograph of the passenger side of the vehicle, including.
Look at all the scraping on the side of it, man. That shit's crazy. Look at all the scraping. So you know he probably killed some, injured many, but then at the same time traumatized probably hundreds, scraping up, bumping across. Because I know some people got sprained, hurt, bruised, battered, but didn't go to the hospital, probably didn't get tallied up in the entire, tally of what there is. All I'm saying is that whatever number they're giving us, it probably isn't an accurate number other than deaths, because that's easy, that's easy to find out. But other than that, injuries and people who got like really nearly hurt, traumatized, if you will, there could have been so much more that we don't even know about.
Including in this photograph is the front quarter panel, the front passenger door, and the rear passenger door.
And along the front passenger door and the rear passenger door, do you see anything remarkable?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Spanning the length of both doors is quite a significant scratch.
Have you seen scratches like that before in processing motor vehicles, sir?
Objection relevancy.
Overruled.
I have.
What is that consistent with, please?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Coming into contact with another item.
Thank you. Number 110. Please describe.
An overall photograph showing the rear of the passenger side of the vehicle.
Yeah, he was gonna get his ass popped if he stuck around any longer. Look at the bullet hole on the side of it. Yeah, he's lucky. I shouldn't even say lucky. Lucky for us that he got away, so that this insane sentence could drop on his head top. It would have been a disservice if he just got killed and that was the end of it. We need him to suffer a little bit,
Specifically noting that the rear passenger window, that window is not down, it was actually shattered.
Okay.
Broken. And also showing in this photograph are 2 apparent fired bullet defects.
Okay, I have some other photos more specific to that in a minute. Thank you. 111.
Objection.
Overruled.
Please describe.
Oh, such an idiot. Objection. Objection what? Nah, she doesn't even say objection what. Overruled. You don't want to tell me? I won't hurt my brain thinking about it. Overruled.
An overall photograph from the vantage point of the rear passenger side of the vehicle.
And then 112, please.
Objection.
Overruled.
An overall of the vehicle from vantage point, rear driver side of the vehicle.
Is the rear driver's side window, what position is it in, please?
That is up.
And is that the way you found it?
Yes.
And it looks like there's substance on the exterior of the vehicle on the driver's side. Do you see what I'm referring to, sir?
Objection leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes, I do.
Do you know what that item or substance was?
Objection speculative.
Overruled. Based upon his training and experience and his personal observation of the vehicle, he may answer.
Not knowing what specific fluid that might be, I did do a presumptive test to see if it's possibly blood.
Okay.
All tests that I did of that liquid that's on the driver's side came back negative for
Okay.
the possible presence of blood.
And was it sprayed along most of the driver's side of the vehicle?
Objection speculative.
Overruled.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'd like to move on, sir, and ask you, did you do an interior inspection of the vehicle
Yes.
and an exterior inspection of the vehicle?
Correct.
I'd like to highlight some specific areas, starting with the interior of the vehicle. Would you have processed the entire passenger compartment and cargo space of this vehicle?
Yes.
And what types of things would you have been looking for, sir?
Based on my former experience,
He's probably messy as shit, a guy like Darrell Brooks gives me the vibe that he like borrows his car from his mom and then never cleans it, and she still has to go to the car wash and clean it. That's the type of vibes he gives me. And how are you a 40-year-old man and you don't have a car? Now, I understand if you don't like driving or if you live in LA, New York, whatever, do you, boo. But how are you a 40-year-old man wanting a car and not having a car? You got me messed all the way the fuck up, bro. You not doing nothing with your life. You not shit. I bet you he's never seen more than $3,000 in his account. No. We're pushing it. He's probably never seen over $1,000 in his account. Imagine that type, like, no effort, zero effort, bro. Zero effort in his life. I swear. Even using the car was low effort. Got it from mommy. I guess I could use it because she never says no, bro. Waste of a man. That's what that is. In case y'all didn't
Looking
know.
for surface types that might contain potential DNA evidence. So specifically, anything that's in the vehicle that would have been handled to control the vehicle or handled in a repetitive manner or with some kind of force. So for example, the steering wheel, the gear shifter, those items were swabbed by myself for the potential of DNA. We also looked at surfaces within the vehicle and processed those for the possible presence of latent fingerprints.
Do you remember locating an object on the front passenger seat of the vehicle?
Yes.
I'm going to ask that we display to the witness only Exhibit 117.
Objection. Leading. Oh, he didn't object. What the fuck? Usually he objects. Okay, let's skip to the actual exhibit here.
Could you please, it's a touch screen in front of you, circle the hat that you just described for the jury? And then to your left, sir, on the witness stand, before you took the stand, I placed an item up there that's been marked as exhibit number 87. You see that on the table there?
Yes.
Can you identify exhibit 87?
Yes, this is the winter style hat that I collected from that front passenger seat.
Okay. I'd like to show another photograph to the witness, exhibit 118, please.
Objection.
Overruled. Go ahead.
Do you recognize the object in exhibit 118?
I do.
Do you believe this photo is a true and accurate representation of the object as you found it on the vehicle?
I do.
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. Your answer may stand again. Just wait till I rule on the objection, please.
Move to admit 118, permission to publish.
Exhibit 118 is received. Permission to publish granted.
Please describe.
This is a close-up photograph of the clothing items that were pinned to the windshield by the crumpled hood, and it was being held in place by that hood being pinning the items against the windshield as well as that wiper arm.
Okay. Did you eventually remove these items?
Yes.
What did you find them to be?
It was a detachable hood from a jacket as well as a winter hat.
And
Man,
can
he
you
got
just
the whole. Your boy got the whole outfit: the winter jacket, the hat. All he needed next was some boots. Hit somebody with the right pair of boot size, and you're good to go. That's crazy how hard he hit these people. Because you're only throwing your shoes off your body when you get hit hard. You're only losing jackets and shit when you get hit really hard. So, I mean, shit, damn well he was driving like a maniac, bro.
just point out on the touch screen which is which?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
That's the hood portion, and that's the hat portion.
Okay, thank you. Did you find any U.S. mail or paperwork inside the vehicle?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes, I did.
Were there any names associated with the U.S. mail or paperwork inside the vehicle?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes.
What was that name?
Darrell E. Brooks, Jr.
Objection. I
address?
don't consent to be called that name, nor do I consent to be. Man, you back slip. I almost know his little stick up completely, because he says it so much. Absolute craziness. Then when he says he's not Darrell Brooks, he tries to go over and say that the state who's charging him isn't an entity. I mean, is an entity, not a person. Therefore, he can't get charged. I could almost feel the tears coming from behind his eyes. You know you're going back forever, bro. And hopefully in a 23 and 1 hour lockdown. That's what he needs, a 23 and 1. Put him back there with the serious criminals.
Chris, if you can recall.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
There was, but I don't exactly recall it.
Sure. Also on the table next to you, sir, is your report that I've marked as exhibit number 90. Do you see that?
Yes.
Wait. Placed on the table.
Go ahead.
Whoa, wait. Did you just lay down some evidence that makes me look worse? And wait. Were you prepared for this, man? Coercion. Free me. This is coercion. There's no way that you can place a paper in front of the witness ahead of time. Get me the fuck out of here. That's what he's saying.
Attorney Hopper.
Well, objection. How did it get on the table?
Your objections noted. It's overruled. Record will reflect that there's a copy of a crime lab report. It has an exhibit sticker, number 90, with the case number of this case. Handing it back to the witness. Go ahead. You may question the
How
witness
did it
regarding
get
it.
on the table? Who placed it on the table?
Attorney Hopper indicated she placed it there.
When did that happen?
Attorney Hopper, go ahead. Continue.
Did you author this report, sir?
Yes, I did.
And this
If
is
you-
where it begins. This is the beginning of the end. Now, remember, this is a two-parter, y'all. This is where shit's starting to get good, but we need to get the background information. I used to only get the best snippets, but we have to lead up to see what led to this, guys. Come on. Now he's offended. He's in his feelings, okay? He's in his feelings. A woman won't respond to him. Very typical of Darrell Brooks. A woman not responding, lose your shit, right? In his feelings. Let's see what happens.
Review the report. Would you be able to see the address for Darrell Brooks that was noted in the paperwork from the inside of the SUV?
I will.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Please
Noted. Overruled.
Yes, I would.
Please do that, sir.
Yo, he's in here like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is hectic. It's getting hectic in here. Okay. All right.
Objection.
Overruled.
Grounds for the overrule.
The witness may answer.
Grounds for the overrule.
Go ahead, sir.
The address for the pieces of mail that I recovered was 4014 North 19th Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53209.
Thank you.
Objection. That should be strike. When he asked the question, he said he didn't recall. So how can you force somebody to recall?
The witness's recollection was refreshed through the use of his report, which he indicated he documented the address. Your objections noted. It's overruled. The answer will stand. Go ahead. Next question, please.
Yes, and actually, if I could back up 1 minute and ask Ms. Gussie to put back up 117. Got to ask a question about 117.
Go ahead.
They're
Yeah,
so
if we could
professional.
display-
She's got her road warrior over here in the corner doing all that research, just going crazy. Then Opera's over here doing her thing. It's such a well-oiled machine, and you would want to see these two work together in another trial because they worked together hella good. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then she got herself her personal security guard. You guys put in the comments the other couple videos. She has a personal detail. How much money does this woman have, bro? I need to know what type of tax bracket she in to have a whole human being assigned to you. Lit. That's what I'm talking about. I know her husband is like, yeah, lower your voice when you talk to her type shit.
Play it, please, Madam Clerk.
Nobody got to answer no questions.
Mr. Brooks, please refrain from interrupting. You'll have an opportunity to ask
I
your
have an
questions
objection
on
of
cross.
how stuff got to the table without my knowledge. That should be known. That should at least be noted for the record.
It was
I
noted
wouldn't be able to do that.
Your objection's noted. It's overruled. Go ahead, Attorney Opper.
So that needs to stop happening.
In
It needs
addition
be
to
fair.
that,
All right, I'm going to excuse the jury.
Yeah, see, he's butthurt. He is butthurt. Yeah, and something else is gonna have his butt hurting, if you guys know what I mean. I hope. Sometimes I want him to be in general population so they could just run through this guy in all the bad ways. And then sometimes I want him in solitary confinement so he could really just lose his mind. Because he doesn't have a strong mind. He'll lose his mind in 5 years, trust me. So I'm in one of those things, man. It's crazy. He got the whole jury kicked out because he got his feelings hurt. She wouldn't respond to him. Anyways, my people, I love you guys, man. I'm back. I'm back in the sack like a heart attack. Never gonna lack. Okay, let me stop. That's why I didn't have a rap career. But I'm back, people. We're gonna knock this shit down one after the other. I got some topics in my mind. I gotta finish making this studio. I put out 2 videos today just to feed the streets a little bit, say how y'all doing, say what's up. And then I'm probably gonna take another day to get the studio looking dope as hell. So keep in mind for that. Look out for small changes, you know what I mean? Until then, people, you already know the drill. Stay inside. Stay your ass inside and stay safe. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm out of here.